Yeah, I'm at my gifting area, and what I've done is placed the Skippy jar that I just picked up that I marked. I made note of the top, the expiration date, or used by, and of course taking the lid off. There's the I etched in a 12 inside the cap so I can track the cap if it gets lost. This way I know it's uniquely belonged to this jar. And of course I'm going to put the lid back on. I usually leave the seal on the inside, and of course the picture on the outside so they know it, so they can associate who who left it. So this is of course the 4th time I've left a jar like this. And hot links, jack links, of course, is a hot sausage. They seem to like that. This is the 3rd time I'm putting that out. So we'll just put that right next to it, like so. Get it in there so it stays. Okay, and the other thing I decided to do is put an older pair of glasses I had, and I took the batteries out of it, a pen light. And the reason being because they like to play with that, or to see if they have any expressed interest in taking that. But usually it's the food, so we will see. I kind of hide it behind this log area with a piece of wood. I'm not interested in having any humans come up here. It's very unlikely because I'm on top of a halfway up the ridge, and not a normal walking path to get up there. Plus also I'm doing this late in the afternoon, so I'm going to check this first thing early in the morning. That way it eliminates the possibility of any other interaction except from the Sasquatch. So anyway, we're going to leave this here. I'm going to take a few pictures of it, and usually to document exactly the position everything was left in, and that way I'll know if it's been messed with successive pictures. We'll let you go. Thanks. It's starting to get dark now. I'll get some light here. I decided to go down the trail. This whole route has been uprooted from this trail. You see the rocks down below there. And the only reason I'm bringing it up is because now these pines or cedars don't have much root system, so I can understand why they drop. It wouldn't take much force to cause them to drop down. However, when these trees do drop, what I'm noticing is that there's some activity that takes place. I'm going down this is basically an elk trail, but this tree is pretty tall, and as you can tell, they've already started the activity of putting broken branches on top of the tree that's laying on the ground. These branches are not from this tree. They're broken and purposely laid here, and it goes all the way back up here, and as you can tell, they are all laid out there in a pattern. I'm going to go back around over on that side. It's almost like a barricade or a fence of some sort to keep people from going down in that part. Here you go. Check this out. Look at this. Look all over that. It's laying on the ground, and look at these sticks. They're just laid on top of here, purposely, all the way back through up here. Now, there's one of 2 reasons. I mentioned that they use a lot of these areas for bedding areas. And I think they're just trying to create that kind of environment for the young for hiding. But the other reason could be to block humans from going down past this. They create enough of a barricade where they won't be able to get down into a certain area. So being that this is a trail, I'm assuming that maybe down past this area it drops down into a ravine type of area. It has a lot of stick structures down there, especially. So it's really hard to say, but anywhere they frequent, they seem to be blocking the entrances and making it a lot harder for humans to actually try to access it, which I don't blame them. I'd rather not see that either, so that they can have more access or escape routes. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting, so I thought I'd share it. Well, I'm back up here the very next morning. It's only about 9:30, and as you can tell, the peanut butter and the hot links are gone. Also, surprisingly, the glasses are gone. Actually, they're not. Here they are. They actually moved it. It was down here. So they were messing with it a little bit. Also, the little light is still hanging on trees, so they must have touched it a little bit, but not much. But the peanut butter and the sausage is gone. So it's very interesting. And I just put this out in the latter part of the afternoon yesterday, and made sure nobody came up here. As I pulled some limbs in front of the trail, and this to make it a little bit harder for anybody to come up here, and normally nobody would. Honestly, if someone, one of the reasons we put other objects here is humans tend to value things differently than the Sasquatch, and of course food is more important, and they took that, whereas the pen light and the glasses, which could come in handy, were actually left here. So anyway, I just thought that was really interesting, considering it was just overnight. So I don't do the gifting area that often, because as daily or anything like that, it's kind of expensive. But I try to just go ahead and bring something out here probably once every week and a half on a regular basis, and usually the very next day it's gone. So this is the 4th time that I've actually put a customized peanut butter jar with my my face and some other pictures. This time I just put the my face on it, and because I want to see if they recognize me and they know who it came from, and hopefully, I mean, this is all part of looking forward to more interactions. I know in this time of year it's kind of quiet. We haven't heard as much vocalizations in the winter. This will pick up as we get into spring, because the winter, I think they go to places. I've heard places where they go underground in different experiences I've heard on the net. But if they do come out, I believe it's at night, more so. So this is the time they came out, and they knew that I had left things in the same spot before, so they probably regularly check that when they come out. So sure enough, they went ahead and took it. I would really like to know, though, looking around, I have not found a blue label, and of course the jar with that I put cellophane tape around, which would be very, very hard to take off normally. I would love to find one of those jars. So this makes the 4th one around. I've looked all over the place, so that's one of the things I do when I come out here is try to look around the hill and different parts for those jars. But I did mark them, as I indicated in the other video, very specifically. Even if I found the lid, I'd know specifically it was my lid by the marking I put on the underside of it. Plus also I have a photocopy of what was stamped on top, you know, the expiration date and the numbers that normally are on that. So anyway, this is interesting. So I will have to go through this information and compile a video, get it out on the internet. So y'all take care.